Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video is a very special one because I am taking part in the Bookternet All-Stars Charity Challenge. This was created by Rachael over at Rachael Marie. I will leave her original video with all the details of the challenge down below so you can watch that and get a little bit more detail as to what it's all about. But basically she's trying to raise money for COVID-19 charities, and I think that is really important to be doing right now. So basically she made this little graphic, right, and it has all these little logos of book covers and authors, and you basically cross over ones that you've read and ones that you haven't read, and you submit it, and she picks a winner, and the winner basically gets to decide which charity they would like to donate to. So without further ado, the very first little icon here is for the author Angie Thomas. Now I have read Angie Thomas. I own both of her books, On the Come Up and The Hate You Give. They are both fantastic. I gave them both 5 out of 5 stars. They're amazing. I adore Angie Thomas's work. Like I don't know when she's going to be coming out with a new book, but like the second she does, I'll definitely pick it up. I do own the physical copies. I just don't have them with me now because I'm lazy. The next little icon is the Shatter Me series, and yes, they're actually right here. I own all of the books. The very last one that came out was Imagine Me. I haven't read it yet. I hopefully will be reading it in May. But yeah, I love Tahara Moffi. I love that whole series. I need to read more of Tahara Moffi's books, to be honest, because I do own what's that other one? Oh my goodness, what is that other one called? It's about the girl, and she lives in a world full of colour, and she's the only one in black and white. I can't remember the name of it. I'm literally going to be kicking myself later once I remember it, but if you know, then leave it down below. The next author is Leigh Bardugo. I have read Leigh Bardugo's work. I've read the original Grisha trilogy. I've read the Six of Crows duology. The Grisha trilogy was okay, you know, it wasn't wonderful. I did love and adore the Six of Crows duology. It's probably one of my favourite duologies out there. I have not read King of Scars just yet. And I do own the DC Icons book that she wrote as well. The one about Wonder Woman. I think it's called Warbringer. But yeah, I do own that, but I haven't read it yet. The next little icon is for The Cruel Prince, and I guess just Holly Black in general. I have read Cruel Prince, and I have read The Wicked King, but I haven't read The Queen of Nothing. And I've read a few other Holly Black books in the past. I read Coldest Girl in Cold Town, and I've also read Darkest Part of the Forest. I don't really like fairies, so a lot of the books that Holly Black writes are about fairies, but fairies are not my favourite. But Coldest Girl in Cold Town was really good. I didn't enjoy Cruel Prince, but I did really like Wicked King. But anyway, the next one is for The Bone Witch by Rin Chipeko. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have not read this. It sounds like something that I would enjoy though. I feel like I should be picking it up sooner or later, but I'm not sure what it's about, but I would like to pick it up. Sounds like something I would enjoy. The next author is Victoria Schwab. I have an interesting relationship with Victoria Schwab because I have read the entire Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I didn't overly enjoy that series. It was just okay. It wasn't wonderful. Mostly what I didn't like about it was Delilah Bard. She just ruined everything for me. I didn't like her as a character. I read Vicious and Vengeful. I used to own those, but I don't own them anymore. I really enjoyed that duology. I thought Vicious was really good. Vengeful was okay. It wasn't as good as Vicious, but you know, to each their own. The next one is Cinder or Marissa Meyer, the Lunar Chronicles. I have read the Lunar Chronicles in the past. I do really enjoy that series. I love Marissa Meyer's work. I own the Renegades trilogy. I've read all 3. Spoiler alert for my wrap up at the end of this month. But yeah, I do really enjoy Marissa Meyer. The next author is Adam Silvera. I've only read one Adam Silvera book, and that was History Is All You Left Me. I did really enjoy that. I thought it was a really touching and wonderful book, and I did buy More Happy Than Not a while ago, and I have the book that he also wrote with Becky Albertalli, so I'll hopefully be getting to that very soon. The next author is Cassandra Clare. I own every single Cassandra Clare book that there could possibly be. Well, actually, I own physical copies of everything apart from the Lunar Chronicles and Shadowhunter Academy, mostly just because I'd read them digitally anyway, and I was like, there's no point in me keeping the physical copy of a book collection that I've already read digitally, so I don't have those. I haven't read Ghost of the Shadowhunter Market yet, but hopefully I'll get to that soon. The next one is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I do not own this book physically, but I did read it and I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six yet. It's still on my shelf. I haven't gotten around to reading that one yet, but hopefully within this year I'll get to reading it soon. I hear the audiobook is very, very good. I hear the audiobook's amazing. The next one is Lani Taylor. Let me just reach over here. I have the Strange the Dreamer duology here. I do not own physically the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy anymore. I got rid of them a long time ago, but I did enjoy that trilogy, and I love Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. It's an amazing series. I love it. The next one is The Illuminae Files by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I listened to those books via audio. I never really owned them physically, but I have seen the books in real life, and they're really, really lovely, and I love the way they use mixed media to set them out and stuff, but I do not own them physically, I'm afraid. I would maybe like to. The next one is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I do own these three books. I read Scythe, read Thunderhead, and spoiler alert for my wrap up, I didn't enjoy The Toll. We had to DNF that, spoiler alert for my wrap up, but I mean, overall, I think I would probably read more of Neil Shusterman's books, but maybe not in the near future. The next one is Sarah J. Maas. Now, I used to own nearly all of Sarah J. Maas's books, but I did a massive clear out maybe about a year, 2 years ago, mostly because I just needed the space and they were taking up the space and I just got rid of them. So I do not own physical copies of The Throne of Glass or ACOTAR anymore. The only physical book I own of hers is Crescent City, which I'm going to be reading in May, hopefully. No, there is actually no hopefully about it. It's my book club pick, so yeah. The next one is the Ember and the Ashes series by Saba Tahir. I do own the first three of those books. The fourth one is out for pre-order right now, but the cover does not match because I have the original UK hardcovers that came out a couple of years ago, and then she did the revamps for the covers, and I got the new cover for Reaper at the Gates, but I don't really know what to do with the fourth one. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I don't know whether or not to just go ahead and pre-order it or like switch up covers or try and find a way to make them all match. I don't know. Someone help me. The next author is Seanan McGuire. I have not read any of her books. I know that her little series, Every Heart a Doorway or something like that, people have been reading and really loving their little short stories. A lot of people are reading those and liking those. I don't know if I'll ever get to them, but it does sound like an interesting concept. Like, I believe it's about children that go off to magical lands and then they come back, and it's like the repercussions of like their mental health and stuff whenever they get back. So it sounds interesting. The next to last one is The Poppy War by R.F. Kong. I do own this book. I do own it. It's on my other bookshelf in the other room, but I have not read it yet. But I hear it's very, very good, but I hear it deals with a lot of heavy topics like slavery and just overall bad things, which I am on the fence about reading, but I do think it's important to read about those things because those things happened in history and we need to remember them. But I will definitely be picking it up soon. Don't know when, maybe soon. And the very last one is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I used to own physical copies of those books. I think I owned a physical copy of the first one, and then I think I read the other two on my Kindle, and then I ended up getting rid of them. I thought the series was okay. It was cute, it was fluffy, there's nothing wrong with it, but Lara Jean, just as a character, really, really got on my nerves. Like, I felt like a lot of times, like, the whole world to her was just sunshine and rainbows and cupcakes, and it's just like, she just, for me, just had her head so far up in the clouds sometimes that she forgot to come back down to earth a lot of times. But I think I would probably read more of Jenny Han's books in the future because, you know, they're cute. You know, To All the Boys I Loved Before did get me out of a reading slump, so for that I am thankful. So yeah, that is my submission to the All Stars Bookternet Charity Challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I didn't show off all the books. I'm just too lazy to go and get them. They're in the other room. But I wanted to contribute to this amazing cause that Rachael is doing. Rachael, if you're watching this, thank you so much. You're wonderful. I will leave her video link down below so you can get all the details and all the links for the charity pot and whatever. So yes, that is my submission. Thank you for watching. My Instagram, my Twitter will be down below. Please subscribe if you're new and ring the bell so you know whenever I upload. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.